Men and women's brains, while remarkably similar, do exhibit some intriguing physical differences. On average, male brains are slightly larger than female brains. However, before jumping to conclusions, it's crucial to remember that size alone doesn't dictate intelligence or capability. Think of it like comparing a laptop to a desktop computer. Both can achieve amazing things despite their size differences. The real magic lies within the intricate structures and connections that make up this complex organ. Scientists have observed that certain areas of the brain, such as the hippocampus involved in memory and the amygdala, associated with emotions, tend to be larger in women. Even after accounting for differences in overall brain size, these subtle variations in brain structure might contribute to the unique ways men and women process information, experience emotions, and navigate the world around them. It's like having different tools in a toolbox. Both men and women possess unique strengths and capabilities that, when understood and appreciated, can lead to remarkable achievements. Imagine the brain as a vast network of highways connecting different cities, with information constantly flowing between regions. Studies suggest that men and women's brains may be wired differently, influencing how they process information and communicate. Men tend to have stronger connections within each hemisphere of the brain, while women often exhibit more robust communication between the left and right hemispheres. This difference in connectivity might explain why men often excel in tasks requiring focused attention and spatial skills like navigating or reading maps. On the other hand, women's enhanced interhemispheric communication might contribute to their strengths in language processing, multitasking, and social intuition. This isn't to say that men can't multitask or women can't read maps. It simply suggests that our brains may have different strengths based on these underlying neural pathways. These differences in brain wiring are not absolute and can vary significantly from person to person. However, understanding these general patterns can offer valuable insights into how men and women approach tasks, solve problems, and interact with the world around them. Stress, that unwelcome visitor we all encounter at some point in our lives, affects men and women differently, both physically and emotionally. When faced with stress, men often exhibit a fight or flight response driven by a surge in adrenaline and testosterone. This physiological reaction prepares them to either confront the threat head-on or escape to safety. Women, on the other hand, tend to experience a tend and befriend response, largely influenced by the hormone oxytocin, which promotes social bonding and nurturing behavior. Instead of fighting or fleeing, women may seek support from others, care for their loved ones, or engage in activities that foster a sense of calm and connection. These distinct responses to stress highlight the fundamental differences in how men and women navigate challenging situations. Understanding these differences can help us develop more effective coping mechanisms and support systems tailored to the unique needs of each gender. Men and women often experience and express emotions differently, shaping their interactions with others and their perceptions of the world. Research suggests that women may be more emotionally expressive, readily displaying a wider range of emotions on their faces and through their body language. This heightened emotional expressiveness might stem from the fact that women tend to have a larger and more active amygdala, the brain region associated with processing emotions. Men, on the other hand, may appear more emotionally reserved, often internalizing their feelings or expressing them through actions rather than words. This doesn't mean men don't experience emotions as intensely as women. They simply might process and express them differently. These differences in emotional expression can sometimes lead to misunderstandings between genders. Recognizing these variations in emotional landscapes can foster greater empathy, understanding, and more effective communication between men and women. Section 5. Learning and leading: distinct approaches for success. From the classroom to the boardroom, men and women often approach learning and leadership with distinct styles, each with its own strengths and advantages. Studies suggest that girls may tend to learn best in collaborative environments that emphasize communication and cooperation. They often thrive in settings where they feel supported and encouraged to ask questions. Boys, on the other hand, might gravitate towards more competitive learning environments that involve hands-on activities and problem-solving challenges. These differences in learning styles extend to leadership approaches as well. Women leaders often adopt a more collaborative and participative style, valuing input from others and fostering a sense of teamwork. Men, in contrast, might lean towards a more directive and assertive style, focusing on achieving goals and maintaining clear lines of authority. It's important to note that these are general tendencies and many exceptions exist. Understanding these different approaches to learning and leading can help create more inclusive and effective environments where everyone can thrive. Section 6. Solving problems, finding solutions, a tale of two strategies. When faced with a problem, men and women often employ different cognitive strategies to find solutions. Men may tend to approach problems logically and linearly, breaking down complex issues into smaller, more manageable steps. Their problem-solving style might involve analyzing data, weighing options, and making decisions based on logic and reason. Women, on the other hand, might adopt a more intuitive and holistic approach to problem-solving. They may consider the bigger picture, factoring in emotions, relationships, and long-term consequences. Their solutions often emerge from a combination of intuition, empathy, and a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of things. These different problem-solving styles, like many other gender differences in the brain, are not absolute and can vary significantly from person to person. However, recognizing these general tendencies can foster greater appreciation for the diverse ways in which men and women approach challenges and contribute to solutions. By valuing and leveraging these differences, we can create more innovative and well-rounded solutions to the complex problems facing our world. Section 7. The power of hormones, unveiling the influence on our brains. Hormones, those powerful chemical messengers coursing through our bodies, play a profound role in shaping our brains and influencing our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. While both men and women produce the same hormones, their levels and ratios differ significantly, contributing to the unique characteristics of each gender. Testosterone, often associated with masculinity, plays a crucial role in developing male physical characteristics and influencing spatial skills, competitiveness, and risk-taking behavior. Estrogen, on the other hand, plays a vital role in female reproductive health and influences verbal fluency, emotional expressiveness, and social bonding. The ebb and flow of these hormones throughout our lives, particularly during puberty, pregnancy, and menopause, can significantly impact our brain chemistry and behavior. Understanding the powerful influence of hormones can provide valuable insights into the complexities of gender differences and foster greater empathy and understanding between men and women. Section 8. Embracing the spectrum, recognizing overlap and individuality. While exploring the fascinating differences between male and female brains, it's crucial to remember that these are general tendencies, not absolute truths. Significant overlap exists between the sexes, and individual experiences play a profound role in shaping our brains and behaviors. Every brain is unique, sculpted by a complex interplay of genetics, environment, and life experiences. To assume that all men or all women think and behave in a certain way based solely on their gender is not only inaccurate, but also perpetuates harmful stereotypes that limit our understanding of human potential. Just as there are men who excel in communication and women who excel in spatial tasks, there are countless variations within each gender. Embracing this diversity, recognizing the richness of individual experiences, and appreciating the unique strengths of every brain, regardless of gender, is essential for building a more inclusive and equitable society. The traditional view of gender as a binary concept, with men and women occupying distinct and opposite ends of the spectrum, is being challenged by a growing understanding of the complexities of gender identity. Neuroscience is beginning to reveal the fluidity of gender in the brain, with studies showing that gender identity exists on a spectrum rather than being a simple either-or proposition. This emerging understanding has profound implications for how we view and interact with individuals who identify as transgender, non-binary, or gender non-conforming. It's essential to move beyond rigid stereotypes and embrace the diversity of human experience. By recognizing the fluidity of gender and respecting individual identities, we create a more inclusive and compassionate world where everyone feels seen, valued and empowered to be their authentic selves. Section 10, Bridging the Gap. Communication strategies for mutual understanding. Understanding the differences in how men and women's brains are wired can pave the way for more effective communication and stronger relationships. For instance, recognizing that men often communicate more directly, while women tend to be more nuanced and expressive, can help bridge communication gaps and prevent misunderstandings. Similarly, understanding that men might need time to process their emotions before discussing them, while women may seek immediate emotional support, can foster greater empathy and patience in relationships. By learning to appreciate and adapt to these differences, we can create more harmonious and fulfilling connections with the people in our lives. Open communication, active listening, and a willingness to understand different perspectives are key to bridging the gap between genders and fostering mutual respect and understanding. Section 11. The importance of understanding, building stronger relationships and collaborations. Understanding the differences between men and women's brains is not about reinforcing stereotypes or creating divisions. It's about fostering greater empathy, appreciation, and collaboration. When we recognize and value these differences, we can harness the unique strengths of each gender to create more effective teams, solve complex problems, and build stronger relationships. By embracing the diversity of thought, perspective, and approach that men and women bring to the table, we can unlock greater innovation, creativity, and success in all aspects of life. Ultimately, understanding the fascinating interplay between gender and the brain is about celebrating our shared humanity and creating a world where everyone can thrive.